24-year-old Jordan Priest isn't sure about what he wants to do. He lives with autism and gets financial support from the disability support pension, but he says it's still not enough to live independently.
I mean, I did sort of expected prices to be fairly high, $500 a week or whatever. Sort of a bit soul-crushing.
To continue receiving his support pension, Jordan's required to regularly meet with Disability Employment Services. It's the government's flagship program for helping people living with disability find and keep a job. This can include writing resumes, helping identify areas of interest, and connecting with businesses to secure placements. But after 4 years, Jordan says his providers have done little to help, and he's still no closer to finding work.
It really does just feel frustrating at this point. Not even really just like, at first it was disappointment and I just kind of sulked about it. Now it's just getting frustrating.
Last financial year, the government spent $1.2 billion on Disability Employment Services, or DES. But in the same year, only a third of people using a DES provider got work. The poor performance of the program was highlighted during the Disability Royal Commission, but years later, advocates say many of its fundamental issues still remain.
DES has been a problematic program. It has not met, it's not lived up to its stated goals, its aims and objectives.
Lachlan McLennan was taken off his support pension in 2016 and was forced to engage with a provider.
So I went from about, I think, $1,000 a fortnight to like $500 a fortnight. It's like financially it was crippling.
Lachlan did get his pension reinstated, but says the experience has had a lasting impact.
The overall result was it made things more difficult than it did to help any sort of situation.
The financial incentives associated with the scheme have also drawn criticism.
It appears the current DES system incentivises providers doing essentially very little where they can get away with that.
Providers receive a quarterly fee for everyone on their books, and they get a payment when a client completes a placement. This structure sometimes results in the most employable people getting priority, while others with more complex needs get less help.
Sometimes what we've seen is that people come in and they don't get the most human-centric service that they could have received.
Disability Employment Australia is the peak body for the vast majority of providers.
If you're delivering into a society and labour market where there's still lots of exclusion, where there's still lots of ableism, that also constrains the ability of DES to be successful.
The recent budget increased funding to Disability Employment Services to $5.4 billion over the next 5 years. What assurances or what was your message to people that might say reforms have been made to DES in the past and with middling success? Why would it be different this time?
We believe by putting the person with disability at the centre of this and pushing DES providers for continuous improvement to meet the needs of individuals, we think that that will deliver results.
It just really feels like it just goes absolutely nowhere because they just approach everybody the same way and it doesn't necessarily seem to work for everybody.
But advocates say restoring trust in the system will take time.
So there's a lot of work to be done, but we feel confident that change can happen because, to be honest, the alternative is too painful to think about.